Hello, everyone. Thanks so much for joining me here today as we get to talk about one of my favorite subjects, comic books. My name is Jose. I love comic books. I love talking about them. I love sharing them with you. Feel free to follow me on social media if you would like. Links are in the description below. I've also posted a link to the Marvel fans. I'm sorry. I am on autopilot here. The Frank Miller site that'll give you plot synopsis and character bios for this issue here. We're continuing Inktober, and I'm covering Ronin Book 2. And this one is drawn by Frank Miller. He does the main cover here. And the variant cover is actually done by Phillip. So they sort of role reverse here. And so we got Miller here doing the art and still with the same kind of script. I have an Inktober playlist. I'm covering a bunch of black and white issues, and I figured this would be the best time for me to cover this book. I have all the individual issues of this. I honestly thought that this series would be better than it really was, but I didn't mind it. I also have the hardcover. The hardcover is really nice. I strongly recommend if you get the hardcover because I find it to be really good. It's beautiful. This art looks really good, and that's speaking by someone that hates Frank Miller's new art style. But particularly the Philip Tan. I think Miller is best when he does his own thing. I don't think he should be doing covers for Marvel, particularly because I think they look hideous. Yes, I said it, but that's all right. So this script, it's pretty repetitive. I really wasn't very impressed with how this series I explained in the last one. I consider the first Ronin series, which is a masterpiece, to be like an 8 episode. You could make 8 episodes of a TV series, of a mini series of it. 6 episodes, you could do one if you wanted to. And this one is like a movie. Like if you were to put all the issues together, you basically have like a movie. And so you basically have the first running would be a TV series, and then or a mini series, and this would be a movie. So we got Virgo and we got the Ronin here, who's been still kind of trapped here with her. She wants to get him back. We still have this dialogue that it just kind of. I started reading the whole thing, and the more I go, I don't know if you guys want me to read this whole thing. Um, I'll kind of go slowly, and if you want to read it and mute me, you can do that too. But it's very repetitive, and it says the same thing over and over and over. So um we see Virgo here. She's in love with the Ronin and wants the Ronin to love her, but the Ronin loves Casey. And so she's making Aquarius grow. So I don't know why a robot or an AI would get feelings. I don't think that's possible. Honestly, you can say whatever you want about AI, but I've never been into this whole AI can be, I don't know, feel the same emotions that humans can, because they are machines. You'd have to program it. But then is that really it feeling love, or because you threw a program to make it seem like it's love here? So all right. And so here we have Casey, and so uh, that little whore. And so Miller using, of course, um, his language, but basically Virgo can't take can't take it with her, and so Billy says, "Cover your ears, Mama," and Billy snarls that 1,000 angels scream for war. comes the apocalypse. And so, um, uh, Miller's cartooniness actually works well when he's, as I mentioned, kind of drawing himself here. And so they have that taxi here. And again, how powerful I am, how we'll rule the world, this and that. And so here comes Billy. And an explosion here. It's sort of like if you guys remember, I covered um oh my goodness gracious. He did it with Jeff Darrow, Frank Miller and Jeff Darrow, Hard Boiled. And it's sort of um the silliness of the story like Hard Boiled. Um but the art, my god, Jeff Darrow does beautiful work. So if you want to check that out, feel free to. And so um everything is done in double page except for a few things here in this volume here, but here we go. And a lot of art to really do. It's just it's a double page fest here. So um basically a whole issue where yeah, I don't know. It's all right. Like I said, it's part of our Inktober. I think Frank Miller does really good black and white art, and in Inktober, that's what we're looking at. So no real bashing of Frank Miller's art. In fact, I actually find it to be good when he's doing this. I find it terrible when he's drawing Marvel covers. I find those covers to be terrible. So here you see Casey and kind of taking on Virgo again. And yeah, that was it. That was the end of the issue. Goodness gracious. So we're actually gonna go ahead and do the other one because the other one is just as short. So I guess maybe between the two of them, I guess normally when I read it, it takes a little bit longer, but because I skipped a lot of the words because it's so repetitive. So here's the main cover for issue number 5. Philip Tan returns, and then the Frank Miller variant cover for this. And so we're gonna see basically the explosion, and you're gonna just see that it's real easy. Like it's another very easy issue here as we basically have her um being blown by the explosion and just I don't know words. um yeah, so um a lot of explanation. Billy has never been a child because Billy's not human, not entirely. Billy's something new. Billy is something this wretched world has never seen, except in legend, except in myth. So a lot of what would the words be? Like a lot of hyperbole? Is that would that be the correct word? Maybe not. I'm not looking it up here, but so Aquarius exploding, and here's Casey, and look at this. I mean, we're double page spreads of this. This, when you're Frank Miller and you have had nothing but success or a lot of success in your life, you can get away with these kind of things here. So, yeah, look at this. Just double page spreads of this. And I think this is what I think that hardcover book is so good at it because this is a double spread kind of book, and the hardcover is in like a long format, so it's almost like um it fits perfectly with this double page spread type thing. So Here we go, still just Casey in the air. I mean, oh my goodness gracious. I wonder if Tan was like, I cannot believe I signed up for this job. But finally, we get to something here, and then, of course, we have like super Virgo here. And so, um, here is Aquarius here. And Billy's like, oh my god, my mom's dead. And Casey says, Billy, find your father. Tell him everything inside of her just stops, just like that. It stops, meaning she's dead. And I don't think Billy is going to be happy with that here. And so you can see that thing, and he's like, stop trying to move, mama, you're busting open things all over inside. No, mama, try to breathe. Nothing, not a breath, mama. No, no, not even a gurgle. And you can see Billy starting to cry. And so here comes Virgo, and she says, your neck doesn't feel right, mama, don't try to move. And she's like, Billy, don't. That's better, mama. That's better. You stay still. Fix her um fix her nurse Rob. Fix her good. And so oh, I thought that was Virgo. So it looks like he's like, that's no nurse, it's Virgo. She'll kill us both. No, I'm not Virgo, Captain McKenna, nor does she command me. And so looks like he created him, and he goes, "Told you everything's gonna be just fine now, Billy." And so he's gonna go do what she says here, and the that nurse thing is going to repair her. And Billy says everything is going to be just fine. And so we repeat that, basically that same thing again. And so here we go, and we get to the last page, and here's the Ronin. Casey, my love, hear my call. The time has come. The time for my salvation, for my redemption. I have failed often enough in this thrice cursed life I've lived. I will not fail you. I will not fail our child. I will not fail our world. Bring me my swords. Bring me my swords. And you know what? We're just going to finish this son of a bitch. So, now part 6 here. Since I'm going so fast, I may as well just finish it here. And then here is the variant cover by Miller. So, all right, let's go. And so this is also then drawn by Miller. So Miller is drawing the last issue here. So here we go. And so she's getting fixed here. And all of a sudden, Virgo comes to attack her. And she's like, it's Virgo eating me alive. No, mama. And so she just thinks that it's Virgo. And so um he's like, you're doing fine. And so I don't know. This, I like I said, the first book of Ronin that was published by DC is so good. And it just goes to show you that maybe doing sequels isn't as good. There's probably a reason why there's so little sequels that are actually good. For example, I think Aliens is really good. Aliens is a good sequel to the movie. Empire Strikes Back is an amazing sequel to Star Wars. So but most of the time sequels just don't work, and I think this is one of those here. And so um so it looks like she's feeling better. And so she's like, they're coming, then we'll fight them and we'll kill them. Anybody who gets in our way, we kill them. Yes, mama, we kill them all. We kill them all. See, just that repetitiveness. Just why repeat everything? So, all right. So here we go. Virgo 2.0. Or would this be 3.0? So here we go. And oh, Virgo looks bad. And so We are just, and then is this the Ronin? Yeah. And so still more banter. It's just so much banter in this here. I think people like I wonder if people realize how Frank Miller has sort of evolved now, if they really would want him going back to um doing superheroes. So and so you see here Aquarius scream and Aquarius dies, and then that's repeated like 3 times. And so that's it. And the end. So the screams carry on through the night, screams of an old sad world dying, of a new world being born. 1,000 trials awaits, 1,000 perils, but we'll survive them and we'll fight on. And that's the story. So I mean, there just isn't a lot. And like I said, I really thought this story would be better, but I still recommend, if you really like Frank Miller's art and like Frank Miller, the writer, um get that hardcover. It really makes this better than this. It really does. Plus it's got his layouts in there that Billy Tan used to so it's chock full of a lot of good stuff anyway. So even though I didn't really care for this story, I think that the hardcover is worth getting for this. So, all right, Ronin Book 2. So, we covered today parts 4, 5, and 6. So, there just wasn't a lot. There just wasn't a lot in these last 3 issues. So, all 3 kind of read like one. So, I don't know. So, anyway, we'll continue doing some more black and whites for this month on the next video. So, like and subscribe, even if you didn't like the story. At least give the video a little like. And I do thank you so much for listening. Goodbye.